2003 Mazda Tribute 3.0. How to do these first 3 spark plugs. Okay. The spark plug gap is right here. If you don't have the little owner's manual for the Tribute, here's the spark plug gap right here.
This fucker's rusted in there, man. Holy shit.
Does it fit on there?
Holy fuck. Oh, man.
What?
Are you kidding me? The fucker snapped off. Oh my god. Wow, that's really way down there. I don't know how I'm gonna get in there. Wow. Well, with this being on there tight enough, should be able to hold it in there. I can figure out some way to get that out of there.
Well, one of the screws snapped.
Yeah.
I got it on. I'm recording it.
Be careful, it's so rusted. It's like the rest of these are, how he got them off. That's why I'm saying I'm pretty sure it's this thing right here. Pretty sure that's shot, because that probably would have changed it, but he couldn't turn it. And he didn't want to snap it, so he left it. Well, let's see what I can get under there with.
And down in there is your spark plug. Oh, you gotta take these little clips off of there too.
What did you say there was a gap in there?
0.056, I want to say. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, so for this one, 0.052.
I don't know how I'm going to get this out, but holy shit, that fucker's deep in there, man.
They have 2 different engine size in the manual, so if they got a 2.0 and a 3.0. Mine's a 3.0, so it's 0.052.
Well, that might be it. I don't know. Don't seem to be bouncing around. There's a rubber piece inside your thing. Don't take it out. Leave it in there. Because you're not going to be able to get this thing out any other way. Okay. I got it on there. Hopefully it comes out. I don't think it's going to come out. Nope. I don't think that thing is gonna come out either. Nope. Oh. shouldn't be this hard to do. I don't understand why it's not coming out. It just fell apart in there. That plug is stuck in there, man. This is unfucking believable, man.
So some pieces broke off in there, so we had to make a makeshift whatever this. It was a Easter egg dipper thingy with some electrical tape on it to get it off or out.
The only thing I hate about those things on there, I don't know if they're gonna stay in here or what.
What?
These little rubber things, they kind of help you.
Oh.
And all of this can happen. All this cracking and stuff.
I wonder if you took a pliers and grabbed that one that snapped and unscrewed it. There's no pliers in that little kit. Sorry for all the pauses, guys, but my dad was working on his car, that Impala right there, and decided to work on my car. So he didn't have the tools out for mine, he had it out for his. So I'll be paused and be right back.
You have a garage and all your tools inside of it. All this running back and forth, never have your tools inside the house. No, that's not going to work. You can't even tell if it's turning or not.
I don't know.
That thing ain't never gonna come out. I'm gonna have to drill it out and all that shit. This might be fixed, I don't know. Can't tell. The stupid thing isn't letting me know nothing. Oh, where's that kid again?
Over there by that swing.
Has this thing got a green light charge on it? I don't have all these things I had. Should just stay, so. And this is what it looks like. These are the other ones that were replaced, but the guy said it doesn't matter about color, but I think it does. So,
The little noise it makes when you pull it off.
it should keep it in. Will that just plug in on its own? Let's see. Hopefully that'll stay in there. Probably should have to be bolted down. I don't know how to get it off.
don't know, figure it out later or something. I don't know.
Should stay there. I don't know. See why it would go anywhere for the time being. Alright. I wonder if he changed the plugs in here, because I think that was the bad plug.
I don't know, probably. Okay, because those two screws there don't look as rusty as that other one did.
Might have put new ones in there.
I guess you have to take it for a ride and see how it acts.
What happened to all the fucking tools they had out here?
Weird sounding. What the?
It's all rusty.
Creak.
They say try to do this when it's rusty. Spray it with something. I find a lot of times it don't work. You might have to let it sit for a month before it starts working.
The noise, however, is kind of funny.
I find most of the time you can just get advice from everybody, including me, over here on these cars, and kind of read between the lines of what would be best for you, how you would work it.
I didn't call you.
Oh.
Bye.
Huh?
Bye.
Most things on your Facebook, YouTube, or wherever you find your information ain't always the same for everybody. And always work on your own car, because you start having a million people work on it. You don't know what's wrong with it then. And they could be screwing you over in many different ways. Or unless you trust somebody that ain't gonna do you wrong.
Oh, my eyes watering.
Well, how long is this little fricker? Wow. How long that bolt's gonna be to get out of there? Like taking a trip to Mexico. What the hell? You're not. This was the new one you put in here, buddy? Really? Wow. Mazda is definitely a foreign car. And this is probably the one he replaced, and these are the bad ones.
I know he replaced one of them, but I don't remember which one dude at Big Bill said he replaced.
Because if it was this, I'm thinking couldn't have been that one. Because that would have came out real easily.
And it was new looking, like it was different looking than that.
Well, at least that goes on there easy. I went back together, so. And you really didn't have to take the plug out, but it would have been better if I did. Because then this way, I could have, might have ripped them wires or something. Don't fall asleep on a job. Watch everything you're doing. This car seems like it needs the breaker bar, so.
You know, that's the only nice thing about that breaker bar is it swivels like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't really do what it's meant to do. Doesn't break nothing.
Yeah, it's not good for a lot of things. Some things it is, and most things it ain't.
I like that one breaker bar that Uncle Todd has. It's just like an oversized ratchet.
And when you get, I should get one. You get this little box thing, then you can put all your tools on it. The ones you need that you don't have to keep running back and forth for. Like I'm doing right now.
I don't know, this car kind of has a little ledge right here.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot. There's all kinds of places to put it, but if you just had like a little box or a little whatever, table or something with shelves, and maybe if you're tall or something, maybe you might want to raise the car up. Otherwise, you're gonna keep banging your head on this thing. And we all know when we start banging our heads and cutting our hands, and things can start ticking us off.
That one looks dry.
Does to me. And a little oil and gas problem, which sometimes indicates a bad gasket or bad head gasket or just oil gasket. It's a lot easier to do than my Impala.
Until you have to get these back ones done and take all that apart. That's what I was going to show you. How you get to them back ones.
Well, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's like 5 or 6 bolts you got to take off of there, but you got to take apart everything to get to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt that. You could save yourself trouble a lot of times. They tell you it's like this, but if you don't do it their way and you want to do it an easier or what appears to be easier, quicker way, all it's going to be is you got to get through a whole lot of little crevices and cracks with your fingers. Otherwise, if you want it to be easy, well, you don't have to do that, then take the long time they do. Because 9 out of 10 times it's some kind of speed up thing. They don't get cars and all this stuff done in just a few minutes, you know. Like that plug alone right there probably took half an hour.
It took 16 minutes for the first plug, and this one only took 2.
That was a lot of time. Hey, where did it go?
What?
It's still on there, sure enough it is.
Because the video is at 18.5 minutes so far.
And when you get tools, make sure you get tools that... Oh, fuck. It's not going to come off. What the hell? That stick together. Like this. There's always something that's going to fucking happen. Always. Okay. That's why I hate these little rubber pieces. They're good for some things, but bad for most. They usually stick on the plug. And if you got a deep socket plug like this, where it goes way to hell down in there, take it out and start over.
That tree right there had a bunch of these really tiny little birds flying around in it yesterday. And they all looked exactly the same too. They were like this big.
Alright, put that screw now.
I don't know. Over there by the car?
I could have sworn I set it somewhere over here.
Have no idea. finished.
I just put all the tools I saw right here that I needed. And never ever think you got all your tools with you, because you're not going to have them all there. And that's why I don't get these people who say they have like 5 tools sitting there and that's all you need. I've yet to find out just to use those certain tools, and that was all I needed.
Yeah, because not every bolt sometimes is the same size. Like, they'll tell you they're all 8 millimeters. You might have like 4 8 millimeters and then 2 10 millimeters.
Because it seems like they don't make tools to go along with the cars that they make today. You either got to get them special from somewhere or make them yourself,
Or instead of putting like a regular bolt back in there, somebody will put a screw in it, and it's like, really?
I usually, most of the time, I usually make my own tools. And I found that you get a certain socket and a certain monkey wrench, pipe wrench, whatever you want to call it.
Monkey wrench.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Especially when that monkey wrench puts its own markings in that little socket, and they just fit snug together for the rest of their life.
And for oil, if you want to do an oil filter, you get yourself that, what was it called, the claw?
I don't know. It's like these pliers that's shaped like a claw. I call it a jaws of life.
That thing will get it out.
Those little rubber strap things, they don't work. They get wet and then that's it. They slip sliding all over the place.
Yeah.
Whereas these plier things, you just grip it and go.
Yeah, them things, man. I got arthritis in my hands, and I was able to, I had to crush the filter to get it out. It was so stuck in there and busted up and leaking, and but I didn't feel like I had arthritis with that thing.
And I think at Big Bill's, they only replaced one. I don't think he replaced 2 of them. Because I remember Big Bill said that
Almost did it again.
he walked in and he said that it was coil number something that was that they replaced.
I think it was number 2 or something.
But I don't remember which one he said.
Okay, these are 2 black. I think this is a different color one. So I have a feeling you would have had to replace these 2. It probably didn't come with the rubber piece, because this probably just slides in and out of there. I'd have to check it out somehow. Look it up. Find out what's happening. What kind of business are you pulling on me here? Oops. Oh, what did I mention it? Get tools that actually will stick together. Then you got to push a button to loosen them. And I found though, oh, look at that one. That one's even dry. That's dry at the tip. But take your time.
Hey, some of the ones that came out that Impala were dry and rusted and weird looking.
Take your time working on a car. Try to keep your composure, because just not worth rushing along. Here's some real kind of backyard hillbilly. Come on. Okay. This one looks like it's gapped at about 50 and a half.
Yeah. That's the one that just came out?
Yeah. Alright, my eyes just went totally blind on me. What is that?
Like 48.
Wow, that one was gapped way off.
52.
That one was gapped way off.
Wonder what would happen if you just grabbed them things and just stuck them in there and not gapped them. And had them
Nothing.
at all different gap sizes.
Nothing really. Not a whole lot. Something, but nothing to kill you.
Like, what if you just bought
I've
them
done that to a bunch of cars when I was younger.
and just plopped them in there?
And it didn't really seem to phase the car. But back in my day, we had man cars. We didn't have all these sissy cars. They rust out so easy and can't take a good 3 or 4 winters. Cars I grew up with could take 1,000 winters. Still be kicking, you know, and you wouldn't have to put crap in it. Oh, make sure to unplug your battery so that you don't get sparked. I could have swore I unplugged this thing.
I don't know.
It's a motorcycle 500 around. I gotta get that out so I can get a bolt in there. How I'm gonna do that. How I can bolt that down for now.
Duct tape.
Oh, no, there's too much grease. I mean, it should hold. I don't see no reason why not. Start this car up and see how it goes. Alright, that's the end of this job for today. I have to get the same thing done under this plastic thing here. And that'll be another weekend. That's a humongo job there. That's a lot of time. That'll be me for probably a 4 to 7 hour job.
No, it's not. Although it could be done there. It's been on there for like an hour.
No, you're supposed to charge that for like 24 hours.
Right, that's the end of that video. That was the front 3 spark plugs.
Okay. That's it for that day.
If the video was helpful to you at all in any way, hit the like button and subscribe. Bye bye.